I'm Bob Looby, and I served in the U.S. Army 1963 through 1966. I joined the American Legion in 1976, admittedly not active that whole time. My very active period is probably from 1990, of course, until now. In the mid-90s, I became the Department of Education Scholarship Chairperson. And that was so rewarding because we give away $20,000 a year to high school seniors. So I had that job as chairman for at least 12 years. And that was on my mind when I became state commander in 2010, 2011, and that was my theme for that year. Veterans Haven was the first New Jersey state transitional housing unit for homeless veterans. Most commanders, before they become commander, they go to the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs to see what kind of projects they need help with, etc. And at the time, the Deputy Commissioner, Steve Abel, he recommended the furnishing a building addition that was going to add 44 new rooms. So my heart sort of drifted from education, I didn't forget it entirely, to the homeless situation. The initial attempt was just to furnish those rooms at a cost of $88,000. Well before my term was over, we raised that much money, so we asked the superintendent, Sean Van Loo, what else did he need? Well, then we went on to office furniture. We exceeded that amount. Then we went to gym equipment, exceeded that amount, and then furnished a computer lab. So we relatively furnished the entire building addition, except for ironing boards, probably. So that was a great sense of accomplishment. Right before the holiday period in 2010, the State Parole Board Commissioner, Jim Ploses, asked if the American Legion would be interested in partnering with him to help veteran parolees. And of course, the immediate answer was yes, because I knew we still had to learn what the program was and we could, back out of it. But we didn't. We got some post-involved to hire veteran parolees, that is minor offenders, normally at no cost to the post. And it was merely a goal for the veteran parolees to have on their resume that they did volunteer. So shortly thereafter, they also had the idea of a program still ongoing called Housing Our Heroes. And Housing Our Heroes, the partnership is the State Parole Board, the American Legion, and the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, is to gather all the information we can on public and private service providers for that subject. Commanders normally visit post counties throughout their year, and I had the fortune to go to Post 1, and I met Val Nicholas. He's their service officer. He also works for NBC. He asked me a simple question: would the American Legion Department of New Jersey be interested in conducting job fairs? Again, my immediate answer was yes. So he got me in touch with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and it was all downhill after that. We worked directly with the executive director of the Hiring Our Heroes Foundation, at the time Kevin Schmiegel, and he asked if we would have our first job fair in his hometown of Toms River. Since then, including Toms River, we're about to conduct our 23rd this Wednesday. Admittedly, we do not host all of them. For example, we're going to have our third Giant Stadium job fair, that is Hiring Our Heroes, and we had 3 at the Joint Base, that is Fort Dix. We provide the volunteers even for them. So in effect, including this Wednesday's Hiring Our Heroes job fair in Camden, we have provided the volunteers for all 23 of them. We conducted a dedicated job fair for the New Jersey, New York Shipping Association to hire longshoremen. I'm on the board of trustees at the New Jersey Vietnam Veterans Memorial with Beverly Fedorko. She is a director at the New Jersey Shipping Association. She knew the American Legion was conducting job fairs. In fact, here at the museum, we had a job fair. So she asked if we would put together a fast-track job fair in a period of 3 weeks. Since then, they have hired 292 veterans because our information is still out there about the job fair. In fact, they wanted us to conduct a second one some time ago, but they have a backlog of 1,000 resumes for veterans. So we probably will not have another job fair, but that's probably the most productive job fair anybody has ever had. 292 veterans hired. Seeing job fair attendance was decreasing, and also the overabundance of job fairs, especially in New Jersey, we knew we would have to take a different tact. So that's when we designed and rolled out our job and resource fairs. We've conducted 6 of them since the beginning of 2014. The job and resource fair also includes homelessness, criminal justice initiatives, and mental health. So at a fair of that type, we have employers, of course, and then we have all the service providers there for those 3 other subjects. As with most things, it's the end product. And the end product is getting our veterans off the streets, getting employment for them. If they have mental health issues, we get them into the correct VA hospital or third party. But just seeing our fellow veterans getting off the street, employed, etc., because even when we did the work at the homeless shelters, I wouldn't call it a fantasy, but maybe someday I'm going to be in that position. So hopefully there's going to be dedicated Legionnaires that's going to help me out.